on, guys? Rhyme Teacher now, so we're back with another Rabombi Reacts episode. This time, as you can see on the screen right now, we're watching a JaidenAnimations video. This is Jaiden's. I attempted a two-player Nuzlocker. I believe, to my understanding, this is a Soul Link with Alpharad. I've actually watched both Jaiden and Alpharad's first Nuzlocks that they ever did. Gotta admit, kind of questionable on Alpharad, so I'm definitely interested to see how this went, because I don't remember this all that well. A few friends of mine have asked me if I've seen it, so this is my first attempt at actually watching this, so I'm definitely interested to see what went down, what happened, and all the chaos that will ensue. And of course, Jaiden's wonderful presentation and art style. He can never say no to that. But yeah, if you like this kind of video, make sure to leave a like down below. Of course, if you dislike it, feel free to dislike it as well. And subscribe and ring the notification bell for more of this kind of stuff, and let me know what you would like me to react to next. But without any further ado, let's get into Jaiden's two-player Nuzlocke.
Pokemon faints, it dies. Catch one Pokemon per route and nickname it to set up for emotional trauma. But this time we're doing something a bit different. A two-person Nuzlocke. It's technically called a Soul Link, but no one knows what that means. So basically, you and person 2 play the same Pokemon game at the same time, following the same Nuzlocke rules. However, your Pokemon are linked, which means if my starter dies, player 2's starter also dies, and they can't do anything about it. Plus, we can only have one primary typing for both of our teams combined. So if I catch a water type and add it to my team, person 2 can't have a water type at all on theirs. And cherry on top, all Pokemon are randomized. I can walk into the grass at any point and accidentally find God.
Yep,
and
that's
maybe
happened to me before.
He'll just kill all my animals right then and there. So with all these new rules in place, I needed to...
One thing that's interesting is they didn't mention the gender rule. I don't know if they did male-female partners. That is the other traditional Soul Link rule. In my Soul Links, we don't do that, but that's not mentioned, but it's just worth pointing out. Kind of interested to see if they actually did or not.
Find a player 2. One who's a real Pokemon master, able to adapt, improvise, and strategize all at the drop of a hat. And who else other than Pokemon Master himself? Jacob Alpharad. Who, at this point in time, has a 50-50 Nuzlocke win ratio. Here's our Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Soul Link Nuzlocke.
This is a pretty interesting choice. Heart Gold, Soul Silver is kind of a simpler game to Nuzlocke compared to some of the other games. It's nowhere near the difficulty of things like Platinum, for example. But it is a really, really interesting one. The level scaling of Johto is never good. And this one has a lot of interesting stuff to it, so I'm very curious to see how this goes.
Go downstairs, barely greet our mom, and immediately beeline it to Professor Elm's lab to see what Pokemon he's got for us, because we don't know. They're random. In case you forgot what I just said, we stroll up to him and he pats Jacob on the head and goes, "Here, choose from these 3. I picked them specially for you. Torterra, Tentacruel, or Ludicolo."
Wow. That's a pretty impressive set of starters. Also, shout out to the whole grass and water theme going on here. I wouldn't pick Ludicolo here purely because it's a Stone Evolution. I would not want to pick that because Stone Evolution learn sets, especially in the earlier games, were pretty terrible. So Ludicolo doesn't really get a lot of moves by level up, so I would not pick Ludicolo here. Tentacruel, pretty fast, pretty bulky on the special side, not so much on the physical side. Got a pretty okay typing. Water Poison is pretty solid in general. I think I would probably pick Torterra here if it was me, though. Even though I'm scared of Quad Ice weaknesses, I don't like Quad weaknesses in my Nuzlocks. Torterra is very bulky. Also can hit really, really hard as well. So definitely an interesting pick. I wonder what Jaiden's going to get.
All right, what do I get? Why not make area?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Distinctly worse. So why not as a friendship evolution? It's an absolute nightmare to evolve in general, and if it doesn't have its egg moves, it doesn't even have counter and Miracle. I think it only will end up with like Encore and Charm, and maybe Safeguard. I don't think it gets Safeguard early, but I think it's Encore and Charm in these games. Oh no, I don't even think it's Charm. I think it's Growl. Ariados, sorry Spinnerd, but Ariados is not a particularly good Pokemon in a Nuzlocke. It's very frail, doesn't really hit very hard. And its typing doesn't really help it all that much. So Mankey is probably the best option here. But even with that, like, Mankey is very physically frail. It's pretty easy to kill that. Unfortunately, you would not want to run into a flying type at all.
Awesome. Jacob takes Torterra and I take Mankey.
Yep, no surprise there.
And we named them Franklin. On our way to talk to Mr. Pokemon, Jacob runs into a Regirock in a random patch of grass, which just flat out explodes on him. No one died, luckily, but also, oh my god. We get an egg, and immediately Professor Elm calls and tells us he's been robbed and bullied. You really couldn't handle being alone for 10 minutes, could you? On our way back to help a grown adult, we stumble onto a shady figure who scoffs, challenges us to a battle with Pokemon he stole from Elm, which we immediately win, scoffs again, then drops his wallet, passport, credit card, driver's license, social security, Target gift card on the ground in front
Target gift card
of us for the world to see. Dude, get your craps together.
Oh,
you can't be doing that when you're a wanted fugitive. Back in the lab, Elm is crying on the floor as the police and our neighbor are trying to comfort him, and the police asks us if we saw anyone suspicious. Yes, we saw his info. Now here we get to name our rival. Jacob and I try to think of someone that we both shared some sort of rivalry with. When we remembered a certain professional Pokemon Nuzlocker has been consistently reacting and critiquing our Nuzlocke so far, some of his comments were more critical than others, and directed at one of us more than the other. Mr. Policeman, his name is Jan. Hi, Jan.
It is actually Pokemon Challenges. I think his name's pronounced Jan, not Jan, but I'm sure he probably wouldn't mind anyway, because it's a common mispronunciation.
Let's see if you can destroy his...
I love that model, though. I love what Jaiden did with Silver's face. That's so clever.
From the inside out. Anyway, our neighbor takes us out to some grass to show us how to catch a Pokemon, runs into Articuno, catches it in a Pokeball in the green, and turns to us and goes, see? Just like that. They give us some Pokeballs, and we can finally start our journey.
All right, let's
we
see
both
what their
run around in
encounter
the grass, and our first encounters are Barboach and Houndoom.
Oh, that's kind of hard. Barboach is fairly easy to catch. It's a pretty low catch rate. Also only has one weakness, which is pretty nice. Evolves fairly late, though, but Houndoom is kind of difficult. Fully evolved Pokemon early game in a Nuzlocke is very, very hard to catch. Unless you make the catch rate a little bit easier. There's a setting in Universal Pokemon Randomizer that you can actually set the minimum catch rate. So that's a common thing that happens in Nuzlocke. I don't know if they did that in this randomization. But if they didn't, then this is going to be pretty hard to catch. I don't know if you can catch Houndoom in 5 Pokeballs.
This would have been awesome for Jacob. If he could catch the dang thing. Since we only had Pokeballs, Houndoom was not getting in the ball no matter what. And we ended up not getting that pair. But you know, it's alright. There's plenty more encounters like Hoppip Farfetch that Jacob accidentally kills.
Oh no.
Or Geodude Gyarados.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Jacob accidentally kills.
Oh no.
Or Tyro Charizard.
Oh, yeah, that would kind of suck.
That Jacob accidentally kills.
Oh boy, losing 3 early encounters. That's kind of rough. Yeah, difficult encounters to get anyway, though. Gyarados is very, very strong in the Nuzlocke, so it's very unfortunate that died. The Charizard would have been almost impossible to catch early game. Starters are very, very low catch rate in general, and a fully evolved starter is the lowest of all of them. So that would have been a lot scarier. Definitely unfortunate, but Jacob got like really heavy, hard encounters to catch there regardless. It's kind of funny that he managed to kill all of them.
Hey, why do I get this? And Jacob gets all this. And why do you keep killing him, Jacob? But finally, in the Ruins of Elf, we managed to catch a new pair. Sandslash, Camerupt. No.
Oh, that's really strong. Sandslash is good physical bulk. Camerupt is very, very hard-hitting. Definitely very powerful. Obviously, both ground type, but I believe Camerupt is fire ground, so this is a perfectly reasonable pair. This is a pretty good pair to the team. Camerupt is actually very, very strong. It's not the fastest, but it's very strong. Sandslash is a bit of a mon I really like. I've used Sandslash quite a few times in my playthroughs. It's a pretty fun Pokemon.
Not bad at all. We tried to name them Michael, but both misspell it, so welcome to the team, Michels. Then
That's
on Route
hilarious.
32, we catch Totodile Beedrill, which is also pretty good.
Not a bad pair.
Mainly for just me. We started combining the two Pokemon to create their names, so we ended up somehow with Bedrodo. We ran into a trainer who had a frickin' Palkia on his team.
God.
Fun fact, did you know if you Google Palkia type weakness, Google will tell you that he's weak to Fairy, and Salamence.
Yeah.
No other dragons, just Salamence. So Jacob and I started joking around every time we saw a Palkia. Oh no, if only I had a Salamence. Uh-oh, don't have a Salamence over here. It was kind of strange how many Palkias we ran into, but that didn't stop us from bullying every single one. So we take on Faulkner, the first gym leader, who has Kyogre Bronzor
Oh god.
and Metagross Dragonair.
That's terrifying. Kyogre is one of the strongest Pokemon in the game because it literally sets up free Drizzle and just hits like incredibly hard. But it doesn't have good moves early. I think it only has like Water Pulse and Ancient Power. Maybe Body Slam. Metagross is insanely hard to kill. It's very bulky. You can't drop its stats either because it has Clear Body. Dragonair is a little bit easier. But yeah, Bronzor kind of easy. But my god, Kyogre and Metagross is pretty disgusting.
Oh my god. After a lot of difficulty, we both managed to beat him with no casualties. I don't know how that happened, but
I would have liked to have seen that match. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen that battle. They kind of glossed over it, but I would have liked to have actually seen how they played against the Kyogre, especially. Obviously, Jacob with camera up should be able to beat Metagross. But yeah, like, that's a pretty scary fight nonetheless.
But hey, everyone's alright. Oh, he's gonna take himself out.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Ooh. Oh my god! How about some encounters to lighten the mood? Oh, hello, Shuckle Suicune. That Jacob accidentally kills. In Azalea Town, we challenge Bugsy, who luckily wasn't as stacked as Falkner. And as we step outside, Jan, who is surprised we haven't been demolished yet, yeah, I'm surprised too, challenges us to a battle, which we also win. We run into Mawile Deoxys in the forest, who someone accidentally kills, and make our way to Goldenrod, where there's a security guard that'll give us both a Pokemon. He hands me a Porygon 2, which I'm ecstatic about, turns to Jacob, and gives him Regigigas.
Oh no,
which
you
we
can't
use because they're both normal types. Of all the legends you had to get, of course you get the only normal type besides actual God. We beat Whitney and in the national park find Piplup Flaffy, which we name Plap. I pitched to Jacob that I'm willing to trade the Bedrotas to make room for this new pair, so he essentially switches Beedrill with Flaffy, which we shake on. Welcome to the team, Plaps. And then my Plap immediately almost gets killed.
Oh, that's a stab move. Ouch.
Jaiden.
That's pretty disgusting.
I'll fix it. Sorry, my bad. We find Dragonair Shuppet, which is an actually insane pair we could use right away. But yeah, I ended up killing that one.
Ouch.
Look, I'm sorry, Jacob. It is harder than it looks to catch these things. We pour water on the strange trees on Route 36 that actually turn out to be Cradily Silcoon. We kind of named them Dilly-Doo and could have added them to the team as death fodder, but we ended up forgetting to. Which is, yeah.
Cradily's actually not that bad. It's a very bulky Pokemon. Definitely gets a lot of moves that can be very, very stally and could last a long time. Unfortunately, Beautifly is not super great. If this was a Cascoon and it was a Dustox, I feel like it would have been a lot better. But nonetheless, like, Cradily is actually a good Pokemon to put on the team. So yeah, if Jane was willing to put the Beautifly on the team, this wouldn't have been bad. Or I think Jacob had the Beautifly.
A pretty silly mistake, but what's the worst that could happen? Who needs death fodder in a Nuzlocke? Jacob and I make it to Ekritik and walk into the Burn Tower. As we are about to go down there, Jan runs up and is like, "You're only trying to catch Suicune to make yourselves look stronger than you actually are." And we're like, "No, we killed him a while ago." But he still wanted to battle, probably to show off the Mew he somehow found. We beat him yet again, go downstairs, scare off the dogs, and go challenge Morty. Jacob didn't have any trouble for the team Morty had for him. But for me, I was having a bit of a harder time because he had a Lugia, which neither me nor
Lugia is insanely bulky. It doesn't hit very hard, but it's very, very bulky. Very hard to take that down. And yeah, this is not a team to fight a Lugia with. It gets a water move, so it can kill Sandslash. It gets a psychic and flying moves to kill the Mankey. So probably Prinplup is the only thing that can take this thing on. And even then, Prinplup doesn't hit it all that hard. The best it can do is Bubble Beam.
Or my team could even handle. All I could do was Bubble Beam it with Plap and pray I don't get crit one-shot as Jacob just sits there watching. But it ended up working out. We arrive in Olivine and climb the giant lighthouse, almost falling to our literal death along the way. Reach Jasmine at the top, who's like, "Climb back down and go get medicine for Amphi and Cianwood." And we were like, we almost died getting here. Surfing to Cianwood, we encountered Abomasnow Pupitar. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, we did catch them. Abomasnow joined the team immediately, and suddenly we've got a pretty powerful lineup.
That's not bad. The downside to Pupitar is it evolves very, very late, so you're left with a not fully evolved Pokemon, but this team is very, very powerful. Obviously, 3 ground types is not great, so you kind of get bodied by ice, but it's kind of strong. But yeah, it's a pretty scary team. Jaiden's team is not looking as hard, but the snow warning actually could be really strong because in this game the weather effect is permanent. But that can also work against you as well, because hail will do damage to everything that's not an ice type.
Going on. Also, a random guy in town gifted us a Mewtwo and Weeping Bell.
Jesus!
Finally!
That's insane. Oh boy, Mewtwo is exceptionally good in the Nuzlocke. It hits very, very hard and pretty bulky as well, so definitely a very strong mon. Victory Bell is also really good if you can get the Leaf Stone. I think you get the Leaf Stone and Goldenrod, so you can actually get this already. So that's actually a really strong pair.
I'm the one with the legend now. But we had to box him because we couldn't have 2 grass types.
Yep.
All of this sudden shared luck combined with our 0-death win streak got us feeling
4 gyms and no deaths is very interesting. That's very well played, especially considering how many encounters they've lost. That's definitely interesting to see that. But well played, these guys so far.
And pretty confident, which naturally means it's time to get kicked in the throat.
Chuck.
Specifically by a black belt martial artist.
Yep.
Gym leader Chuck was indescribably tough in the most bullcrap way possible. For me, Jacob had no trouble at all because he's Jacob. He had a Kingdra, which I brought Obamatar out
That's
for.
terrifying.
Nothing else on my team could really do anything against it. The main drawback of this is Obamatar's Snow Warning ability, which creates hail, damaging every Pokemon, including my own, that's not an ice type, which is pretty inconvenient in a Nuzlocke. I even made a teeny tiny comment about it when I first got him. I'm gonna call it. Snow's gonna kill one of my Pokemon. Kingdra goes down, and Chuck's only other Pokemon, he's only got 2, is Frostlass.
Oh, Snowcloak. Oh no. There's only like 5 Pokemon in the game that get that. It's Glaceon, Frostlass, and the Mamoswine line. Oh my god, how unlucky could you get? If this gets Ominous Wind boost, that's terrifying.
Who, if you don't know, has Snowcloak. Snowcloak makes the Pokemon 20% harder to hit if there's hail. You want to know how many Pokemon in Gen 4 have this ability? 5.
Yeah.
3 of which being Mamoswine. You want to know how many Pokemon there are in Heart Gold, Soul Silver? 493. Now, I know these odds sound pretty awful already, but you know what this Frostlass does? She uses Ominous Wind. Ominous Wind has a 10% chance to boost every single stat of the user. She gets the stat boost twice in a row.
Oh no!
After a lot of strategizing, we both decided the best option for us would be to send in Michel as death fodder to heal up Plap, because he's the only one that can really do anything at this point. And what happens?
Crit one shot.
Please don't get another stat
It's gonna be a
boost.
crit, isn't it? Jaiden always gets critted.
He's so good.
No.
Oh,
my gosh,
Jaiden always gets a bad
Michel
crit.
as soon as he comes out.
Oh, that sucks.
Our first deaths. Poor Camerupt. He was so proud for making it out of Chuck's gym and then just falls over dead for no reason. I got Plap healed up and basically started heal stalling, which, sure, isn't a noble strategy.
Mate, if you get BS'd by Snowcloak and Double Ominous Wind, you are perfectly allowed to heal. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's perfectly fair to me.
But, come on. After literally struggling against my own bad luck for what felt like hours, finally, Frostlass goes down.
Nice.
Finally. Holy shit. Jacob practically drags me out of the gym and we head to the BC. We decided to add a pair we caught back on Route 35, which was Charmeleon Donphan named Darfell. A fantastic duo.
Really
I was admittedly, and I think justifiably, still really salty about what we just went through, but Jacob convinced me that we should just move on. We got our Darfells leveled up and returned to Olivine to feed Amphi the medicine that we picked up so Jasmine would finally do her job. And check this out.
Already done.
There's no way.
Oh my god.
Hey. Look at our 2 screens real quick.
That's so awkward.
No, it's alright. She also had a Deoxys. We headed to Mahogany Town, catching and adding Nidoran and Barrel named Barrel to the team. And in the Lake of Rage, Jacob caught a Kyogre paired with my Swalot.
That's insane. Like, Kyogre's one of the best mons in the game to get. Like, yeah, I'll be surprised if that doesn't make the team.
We never used this pair, but I just wanted to mention it for reasons. We approach the glistening shadow of the lake beast, activate the encounter, and find a shiny Banerian Donphan.
Jeep's close.
Not, you know, the best, but hey, free shiny Pokemon. Doesn't hurt to cat.
Oh, rip.
That's, again, my bad. Sorry. Lance
rip.
walks up to us and goes, "Hi, I'm Lance." Grabs us by the wrist, kicks down the door to the Mahogany Town 7-Eleven, kills one of the guys in there, and runs into the rocket hideout where he continues to wipe out any living organism he finds down there. Classic Lance. We decided to copy him and beat up all the executives and their power generator. Right before we fly to Goldenrod, we pick up the 7th badge and then continue curb stomping Team Rocket. We were getting a bit too comfy though, and as Jacob wasn't paying attention, mainly because he just got a chicken sandwich, Obamatar.
That Pupitar just dog, and this is clicking Earthquake, no doubt, right? Because it will always go for a stab move first if it's super effective. So this thing's clicking Earthquake, which is going to do double damage to a target underground.
Was killed by a Golem's Earthquake.
Yep, down he goes.
Oh no. That was a really bad blow and stung much more because we weren't paying attention.
Yep.
But we did have to move on.
Moral of the story, always pay attention.
Especially since we were literally in the middle of a gang fight. We shoved our way to Rocket Executive and Big Boss Archer and give him a bit of a throat chop so he would calm down and stop doing whatever it is he was doing. And everyone is saved. On our way to Blackthorn, we catch Frostlass Corefish, which put me into a vengeful trauma spiral.
Yep.
You. And then Jacob caught himself both a Suicune and an Azelf.
Oh my god.
We arrived and took on Claire, who led with a Mewtwo against me, which at this point I shouldn't even be surprised. But all the rest of our team was pretty much a pushover for both of us. Claire's a bad sport and refused to think we were good trainers, so we talked to the old man behind the gym and he's like, so do you beat your Pokemon? And we were like, no. And he's like, awesome. Claire, give him the stupid badge. What? So now we can head to the Elite Four. Hey guys. I think you should go fight a horde of Asian women in Ekritik. So we enter the Ekritik Theater and start fighting the women, and the second girl for me sends out Ambipom. As I switched to Franklin, it screeched, which I
kind of a risky play anyway.
Didn't pay attention to.
Rami is super physically frail, and Ambipom hits very, very hard, especially if it's Technician double hit. So yeah, even without the screech, it's probably going to do a ton. But yeah, not paying attention. The bane of many a Nuzlocke.
And Ambipom double hit killed Franklin.
Down it goes.
Our starters died.
Starters are gone.
Dude, that was really sad. We were about to make it to the Elite Four with them, and bam. Not alive anymore. They were with us through everything. Pretty much the backbone to our teams. Man. Jan's gonna make so much fun of us when he finds out.
I'm sure he won't. He'll be fine.
As we're still mourning, the last kimono girl rest spams with Wailord. Do you have any dignity, woman? We're lamenting over here. We try to leave and the girls are all, no, go catch the legendary Pokemon. He's already got 3. So I head to Whirl Islands and Jacob scales the bell tower. And what legends do we find? The legendary Zangoose and Loudred.
Can't use it.
Finally, we have some freedom again. And as soon as we touch the water in Newbark to head to Victory Road, what pops up from the bottom of the lake but Entei himself?
Okay.
And Doduo. Oh my god.
That's kinda okay, to be honest. Dodrio is very fast, hits very hard.
Hello, Dode. That's going in the box because fire types. We catch Cascoon Regirock in Victory Road.
Oh my
heading
god,
towards
Jacob,
the
how many
Jan sprints
legendaries
up
do you
from
want?
behind us, and I iconically say, this is your last chance to kill one of our Pokemon, Jan. And what happens?
The counter? Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is something you kind of learn in Nuzlocke to always predict the counter on fighting types.
Oh. That's not great.
He killed one of our Pokemon. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Darfell was an incredible pair we've had since the 5th gym, and we really grew to lean on. We lost quite literally half our team right before the Elite Four.
Ouch.
We beat Jan for the last time.
We just go back a minute.
Half our team right before the Elite Four. We beat Jan.
Poor Pokemon challenges, dude. He's gonna end up in all kinds of weird contorted positions. I love that.
And for the last time, enter the Indigo Plateau and immediately bolt to the PC to see what kind of damage control we can do. After a very long time of trying to stitch together the best teams possible, we ended up with this. Ampharos Empoleon, Bibarel Nidoqueen, Beautifly Cradily, Dodrio Entei, and Victory Bell Mewtwo.
That's pretty powerful.
I know. Wow, Jaiden. Super balanced. You've got Mewtwo and Entei, and Jacob has a Beautifly. Look, this is the best we could do. I promise. Tell him, Jacob. Tell him. Anyway, big deep breath. Here we go into the unknown depths of the Elite Four.
This is where it gets tough.
Will, Coda, and Bruno were all no problem at all. We breezed right past them. Everything was going great.
This is fine.
It's done.
Yeah, he's... Oh!
That's a crit.
Oh my god.
Live on a little bit. Yeah.
It's fine. I win these.
On the other hand, Karen was not as nice.
No, I mean, he does any charge move.
Okay, so this Machamp's gonna be no god cross chop, and cross chop's a high crit move. So even though the Machamp is low level, yeah, I think that one shots, right? Like, I'll be surprised if that doesn't kill. Even Revenge would kill back because he took damage here. It's always kind of risky to go for physical moves into Machamp because Machamp actually has a passable HP and defensive stat. So, like, it can actually take flying hits on physical side pretty well. Generally, when I'm facing Machamps, I usually want to go for special attacks as opposed to physical. Because Dodrio would have just drill packs there and it's slightly loved.
Oh.
Yep, cross chop.
Okay, he just did cross chop. He's dead. It's fine. I was safe to fly him. I'm just paranoid. Oh my god.
That's a crit.
Oh my god.
That's
oh my
a crit. Yep, out it goes.
Oh no. Guys,
That's a
we're
big
so
bad
sorry
lose,
we got you
dude.
killed in the first, like, 15 minutes of having you.
That's a
We
big
ended
bad
up getting
lose.
out of the battle with no more casualties, but facing Lance with a team of 4 each is really not
Especially with
ideal,
Jacob's
to
team,
say
it's
the
not
least,
that
but we
strong.
walked up to him nonetheless. Whether we win or lose here, this is our last battle. He leads with Fiona and Ledian, which we were both like,
Easy.
ha ha ha, Lance, is this all you've got? And then he hits us with the no. Jacob was up against his Porygon Z, Rampardos, Licky Licky,
Easy.
Zapdos,
Terrifying.
and Plusle. And even though
Fairly easy. So Porygon Z is kind of hard because of adaptability.
Rampardos,
Rampardos is slow, doesn't hit. Well, hits very, very hard, but is also very frail.
Licky Licky,
Bulky, but doesn't hit very hard.
Zapdos,
Very, very hard to kill. Bulky and hits insanely hard, also reasonably fast.
and Plusle. And
More
even
of a
though it's a
support
pretty
Pokemon,
stacked
so-
team, he was holding his own and getting through them really well. On my end, I
Fair
was
play.
dealing with a Giga-impacting Snorlax, which I really had nothing for.
Why is one of my mods always causing chaos? God damn it, Mr. Barnes.
I just had to pray for no crits and as many misses as possible. It goes down eventually, and what does he
Nice.
send out next?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Where's your Salamence?
I could really use a Salamence right about now. This is what we get. We bullied Palkia so much during our journey here. Looking at my team, I don't have anything that can handle Palkia either, except for Mewtwo. And what happens?
So, I feel like you could probably just sack Nidoqueen here, right? Because what's Nidoqueen doing now? Is this the last one? I'm not sure. They didn't say. I'm not sure. Yeah. One thing I would be scared of is crit spatial rend, because I'm assuming movesets aren't randomized. It's just a Pokemon.
He gets Spatial Rend crit one-shot, turn
Yep.
1.
Really
I
nice
am in
animation, by the way.
A lot of trouble. I took so much time getting past Snorlax that Jacob was already done with his battle, so all he could do was
Impressive.
watch this massacre from the sidelines. I sent out Dillydoo to confuse stall him and just try to chip away at him with basically nothing. And my god was I lucky, because if Palkia hit one more crit at any point, Dillydoo
Gone.
and the
Yeah.
run was over. And I was forced to dance on that line for a long time. But eventually, Dillydoo lands the finishing blow. I was so proud.
Ridley
The
is
pair that we
insanely
caught so
bulky.
early on and deemed as death fodder was the one saving us. We're so sorry for doubting you, Dillydoo. Thank you for sticking by us and not dying. But that was only half of Lance's team, might I remind you.
Oh,
Plap took out
no.
his Sand Slash,
Okay, so
which
the Nidoqueen
sucks,
sack
but
did not make
Bastiodon
sense.
came out, tanked Plap's Surf, and killed him with
Metal
Metal
Burst.
Burst. I
Yeah.
was in shock with that one. That was our second oldest
It
pair.
has sturdy
Ever
too,
since our
so you always gotta
Franklins
watch out for
died,
that.
Jacob and I both started seeing the Plaps as our star members. Beryl came out and Revenge finished the Bastiodon, and Lance's last Pokemon was big ol' hard-hitting,
Azumarill.
tanky frickin' Azumarill.
This
I
is huge
sent
power,
Dillydoo
that's
back
kinda
out
scary.
because Beryl would die immediately, and started the chipping game again. If that wasn't bad enough, Azumarill set up
Rain
the
dance.
rain and an
Aqua Ring?
Aqua Ring for itself, which turned this fight from
Stallfest.
to this awful one-on-one lasted 10 whole minutes. I slap
Jesus.
him, he slaps back much harder, and then heals, and then I heal. But eventually, Dillydoo wins the stalling battle, and Azumarill goes down. In an
Nice.
unpredictable turn of events, Dillydoo
Don't sleep
saved
on
us
Dilly.
from utter defeat. What an adventure
Wow.
we just went on.
What a
Insane
run.
encounters, insane bullcrap, friends, death, bullying, and the dilly-doos. Thanks for going on this journey with me, Jacob. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. And a salute to the buddies we made along the way.
What a squad. What a setup.
Except you.
Love that. Oh boy. Wow. What an intense series. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, some really good encounters. Also, a huge shout out to everyone on this team, by the way. I'll say this, and I think everyone should say it. I think this needs to be picked up. This team is insanely strong. Like, every single member of this team is so good. You know, I feel like this is a team that should be picked up by a studio. But yeah, huge props to Jaiden and Alfred for putting this on. This is an amazing series. Alright. Wow, what a great series. Oh dear. This concludes the Nuzlocker series, so there may not be any more. That's kind of sad, but who knows, maybe another one will come by soon. But wow, great job, great Nuzlocker, good run, guys. That's insanely good. I definitely enjoyed watching that a lot. I always enjoy Jaiden's stuff. Definitely keep an eye on what Jaiden does next. But yeah, definitely an exciting video. If you liked it, of course, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like me to react to next down in the comments below. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.